All right, it's Friday and we got something new for you teachers out there. This is going to be amazing. See you on the inside. All right, teachers, so we've got an amazing thing going on between two teachers. We're actually working together on a lot of stuff. And this pandemic, this situation where we got to wear the mask and all, has caused us to change some stuff. But we figured out a way we can still collaborate, we can still work together. So I'm going to share some of this with you. It's new to us, but it's working out really well. Three, two, one, and go. All right, so he's playing a video on his computer that we made together. He's playing it in his room. I'm streaming it into my room. My room can see his room. Here in a minute, I'll be teaching his class. I'll pause, and then he'll turn around. He'll teach my class from our own rooms. See you in a minute.
What's going on? And when you're looking at the timeline, you can see.
All right, Coach, pause it, please.
The book. Yes, sir. The oldest dates on.
All right, right here. So the students are getting information from his classroom. I'm going to clarify some stuff. All right, students, so check out the first word you should write down. Make sure you understand. Right here on the board is. So I just had Coach Groves pause the video in his room, and then I taught his kids a little bit about what the topic was that we just got through talking about. And then I made sure my kids knew it. He showed me his class on his screen, and I asked his kids if they got everything. They were good to go. We're rocking and rolling. See you in a minute. So he's teaching my students right now.
Any 100 years. Does anybody know what they call somebody who turns 100 years old? They've lived 100 years. What do they call them? A centenarian, okay? So that means they
So he's teaching my class for a little while.
Maybe.
I'm using references in my room and what he's talking about, different things. Here in a minute, he'll pause and I'll teach his class. We'll do some quizzing. Pretty good. We'll pause it and we'll take a little brain break and we'll quiz the students and make sure they know what's going on. I'm going to quiz his students right now. Coach Groves, show me your students. Coach Groves' class, wave at me if you can hear me. Wave at me. Can you hear me? Yeah, they're waving at me right now. So let's have a little fun here. Class.
Yes.
Class.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to say a century. You have to yell out a date in that century. Yell out a date in that century. Here we go. 19th century.
1830.
Oh, I heard. All right, somebody raise their hand if they want to share what they said. Raise your hand. There we go. Let's go ahead and say it.
1870.
Boom. Good job. All right, Coach Groves, your turn. You quiz my class. All right, so what we have is a little confusion in our class about timelines. He's teaching my class. I just taught the whole class. We had 2 or 3 hands still confused. I said it my way. Most of them got it. He's saying it his way to fill in the gaps that I didn't get. So this is a team. Okay, so what's happened in the classroom is you got to realize the students now, they really have 4 teachers. Coach Groves is not teaching anything right now. Coach Horn is not teaching anything right now. I'm talking to you. But Coach Groves and Coach Horn are both teaching right now in this video. All right, we'll pause it from time to time and ask questions. It's quite amazing. What just happened is Coach Groves is basically like throwing me the ball, meaning he just got through teaching and he said, Coach Horn, you take over now. So here we go. Students, let me continue where Coach Groves left off. BC and AD can also. So right now, Coach Groves is quizzing my students. And I'm going to quiz his students. Watch this.
As 1979 AD. True or false? If you think that's
so I got a hand up. I got all these hands up. He's talking to them. See how that works? All right, and I'm going to go to the other side in a second. I'm going to quiz his students. So Coach Groves students, all right, here we go. I'm going to give you a quiz. And the question is, From time to time, you can get both classes chanting together. So raise your hand or say the answer on 3. 1, 2, 3. You can do in class and you help each other out. You got to have brain breaks. Kids are quizzing each other, and I put a timer up in my classroom, but it's also showing in his classroom. Getting a brain break. So this is good stuff.
It's the time to unlearn all those barriers. They all fall down now.
All right, so now students are actually going to take a test together. My students and Coach Grove's students, 2 separate classrooms, are going to share the same test. It'll be up here. They'll be writing down answers. Coach Groves and I will be delivering information. They'll be writing down answers. It's going to be really good. See you in a minute. Enjoy the test.
Fear left, I'm fearless. Watch me go. I am flying for it. Higher, higher. I'm flying. Nothing can hold me to the ground. Higher, higher. It's my time. I was told there's no key.
This
All right,
was
so
a
what we're doing
good
right now, we're going to do a 4 corners. And we're actually going to end up with 8 corners. We have 4 in this room, 4 in his room. So he said, this is a good week of school. If it is, hit the 4 corners. You strongly agree. You strongly disagree. You strongly agree. You disagree is in the front of the classroom. So you can have collaborative debates between 2 different classrooms in 2 different spaces. It's quite amazing.
We strongly agree.
All right, now, so my student is talking to their students.
And we had this class
See?
3 times. We agreed because it wasn't the best we've ever, but it was pretty good.
So we have another student talking to the other classroom. This is awesome. Don't y'all like having class like this? Yeah! What about Coach Groves over there? What y'all think?
We love it. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, let's keep working together. This is one way to do it. See you. Yeah. All right, let's go. Believe in yourself and
Ball dreaming.
let's dream. All right, all right. Are y'all ready for this day in history? All right, so here we go. So on your sheet of paper that you all have out, you're going to write down the year 1960. Everybody. It's now or never. My love is true. I don't sound like Elvis Presley, but that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's serious. The things that we're doing is serious. We're going to take a few notes. It's not going to be very painful at all, but we still don't want you guys just sitting here for an hour and a half. You're still going to get to move around. You're still going to get to talk. We're still going to have class that way. We want to do that every day.
All right. I'm Coach Horn, and this is Coach Groves, the one and only. See
All right, Coach, pause it, please.
in a book.
Yes,
Reading
sir.
the oldest dates on
1700 to 1800, 500 to 600. It could be any 100 years. Does anybody know what they call somebody who turns 100 years old? They've lived 100 years. What do they call them? A centenarian, okay? So that means they didn't live from 1900 to 2000, or maybe, but they don't have to. It doesn't have to be 14th century.
All right, tell us the date you said.
1378.
Boom, fist ball. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, my turn. Here we go. Coach,
All right.
let me see those kitties. Let me see them kitties. Here's them kitties. I want you to go over there. Let's see here. Who's the smartest person in that room? Raise your hand if you're the smartest person in that room. We are living in 2020 CE.
It's a common time. It's after Jesus. Does that make sense to everybody? Coach Grove students, raise your hand if that makes sense.
If it makes sense, raise your hand. Is anybody lost on that? So here's what I want everybody to understand is everything that Coach Horn just told you, the difference in CE and AD and BC and BC.
Raise your hand if you think it's false. Raise your hand if you did not raise your hand. So from time to time, you can get both classes chanting together. So raise your hand or say the answer on 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So can we add 1 degree of difficulty to this, Coach?
You need to.
So this is where you could really show some understanding. If you can do this right away. Now, some of you, it's going to take a little bit longer. It would take me a little bit longer. I'd have to really sit here and think about it. All right, I've got an answer back here, Coach Horn. Do you have some answers over there, Coach?
Put your hands up if you think you know.
All right. How many years do you think that is?
300.
All right. So she says 300. Raise your hand if you agree with that. 150 BC to 150 AD. How many of you agree that's 300 years? All right, put your hands down. How many of you disagree with that? All right, put your hands down and raise your hand if you're totally confused. You don't get that at all. You are, whatever. I don't know.
I've got 3 that are totally confused. So let me try to say it another way.
All right.
So I'm going to show my timeline. All right, we're at the year 200 CE. Let's say that. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay, and now let's say we're going to go in a time machine. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Well, I'm looking at the students in my class to make sure they're looking at me.
Okay.
So we're at 200 CE, and I said we're going to go back 400 years in history. Look over here. Look over here. We're going to go back 400 years. Here we go. We're going to fly back first to 0, to Jesus, right? That's 200. How many more years we got left to go? We got to go 200 more years. We got to go all the way 200. How many years did we just go? 400. So
amazing. Love it.
So you understand this. So 3,000 years ago. There's 2,000, right?
So good, girls. Good job. Just a practice. So without blurting out the answer, look back at your timeline and tell me which event in the left of the chart on my screen should be the first event. Somebody raise your hand. Let's give Coach Horn's class a time. Look, Coach, I'm going to let somebody in your class answer it first.
Look at your phones. Everybody look at your phones. Get ready. First event. Y'all know what it is? Y'all just holler it at it. Mongols.
So when you're home and you're working on this, or when you get your device, you just click it and you drag it over to first event. Whoop. Come on. There we go. All right. My class, second event. Somebody raise your hand. All right. Go. Go. Plague arrives in Italy. Second event.
Coach, we are good to go.
All right. We're going to wait just another minute, Coach.
Okay. Class comfortable so far?
Okay. All right. Hold up. Okay. I don't think Coach
That's easy. But you need to take your time.
And remember, think time. You got to think. I'm going to do a countdown from 5. And until everybody's there should be no talking. This was a good week of school. 4 corners. This was a good week of school.
So he said, this is a good week of school. It is. Strongly agree. Strongly disagree. Strongly agree. He disagrees in the part of the classroom. So you can have.
All right. Split in half. Split it.
So the reason
we strongly disagree is because the game got canceled, the football game, and it was boring, and we failed a bunch of tests, and Grace said that she has to have a lot of classes with 7th graders, and she doesn't like it.
All right, Coach, listen to me.
Yes.
Get all your kids around you like I have right here. All right, come on, bring it in. On the screen. Here, let's down so it's nice and still. Here, y'all get here.
You want me to hold?
More of y'all, everybody get in there as much as you can.
I'll get close.
All right, what's up? All right, so I'm recording my screen right now, and we're gonna have a conversation. I want everybody to get hype at the end of it. All right, everybody with me? All right. Don't y'all like having class like this? Yeah. What about Coach Groves over there? What y'all think?
We love it. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, let's keep working together. This is one way to do it.
Fire lit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Believe in yourself and
keep on dreaming. Say it. Keep on dreaming.